60 years ago, University of Rio Grande and Rio Grande Community College sold a portion of its land to restaurateur Bob Evans. Then, in 2017, a portion of that very same land was donated back to Rio by the Bob Evans Corporation. Tuesday morning, the university hosted a special event to announce that the school would be offering a new program utilizing that land.
So the program itself, we're starting with a beef science, meat science, animal welfare focus. Rio Grande will take care of teaching the gen eds, and then we'll use Ohio State's professors to deliver the specialized courses, since that's their expertise. We hope to build into that into the future and take some pressure off of their faculty, because it's not a long-term sustainable plan. So I think that's what you'll see going forward. And it's a 2-year Associates in Technical Studies degree from Rio Grande, and then, as you heard, a potential pathway to the Ohio State University and a bachelor's degree. There's about give or take 150 acres of grazable land, the flat part, that you can kind of see, and then there's 270 total in wooded area and 15 miles of bike and hike trails. What you'll see is you'll have a barn over here in the back corner. And we'll have all of this fenced in. They'll do rotational grazing depending on whether it's cattle or sheep, whatever it might be. So it'll kind of cover everything. I'm thrilled because, agriculture is such a big part of who we are in Southeast Ohio. And this opens up the opportunity for people to stay closer to home, because for too long they've had to go to Ohio State or Worcester, which is 4 hours away, or maybe Wilmington, Moorhead. I mean, you have to travel. And now they have a chance to maybe stay on the family farm and get an education here and open up some pathways beyond that.
Among those in attendance on Tuesday were 2 of the late Bob Evans' children, and they shared what they believe their father would have thought of this announcement.
Agriculture was Dad's love, his lifelong love. Beef cattle, the land, agriculture, those were his passions. And finding ways to keep people on the family farm. And this program will definitely provide that opportunity. I think Dad would be very happy that agriculture education is going to take place on this farm.
Do you remember him saying that he started into business to pay the mortgage on the farm? I've heard him say that many times, that his first love was the farm, and he really his goal was to pay the mortgage on the farm and keep it going. So early on he was a farmer more than anything else. He would be very, very excited. Really excited.
He, more than anything, he enjoyed coming home, getting in the pickup truck, driving up the hill with his shovel to relieve a drainage problem somewhere, cutting down the cattails in the pond, whatever, doing something for the land. That was his love. So he's happy today. And this place has come full circle. It will once again be used for something to promote the welfare of our community.
I think it's going to be fun to watch and see. Everything evolves over time. I know in Dad's later years, he was big. He was really, really a huge proponent of year-round grazing, which was a rotational pasture land grazing for beef cattle. It was something relatively new in this area, this part of the country. So, it'd be fun to see what new ag practices evolve and take place in the shape of agriculture going forward. Some of it might happen right here on this farm. Dad would love that.
In his retirement, he worked with Ed Volburn, a local family, and Ed was just so knowledgeable. And he and Dad, they studied plants. They'd studied what was it, Steve? What was the plant with the green that the cattle?
Well, they studied a number of exotic plants that would grow better in this. They actually got grass in from Siberia to try to grow Russian grasses that would grow in the wintertime in southern Ohio, so you didn't have to cut hay, you didn't have to bale hay. One of the big things is saving you the cost of machinery and the labor cost of baling and stacking and storing hay. If you could grow grass, it would grow year-round. Cattle have nothing to graze on. So, it was a concept that has worked in other parts of the world. He actually ran into this in New Zealand on a trip, and they were doing it in New Zealand, and he was just totally fascinated, and we tried to bring it to this part of America. So, yeah.
I will add that Dad worked often with Ohio State. He tapped into the Ohio State professors often for their knowledge on these items. Yep. Sometimes he agreed, sometimes he disagreed. Sometimes he learned, sometimes they learned. They worked together. And so this really is about that again. So it's wonderful. And I'm just looking forward to the growth of this program.
For the full story on the partnership between Rio Grande and The Ohio State University, see the Wednesday, May 25th edition of the Telegram, and you can watch this event in its entirety on the Total Media Facebook page.
Thanks, Bob Evans. Thanks, everybody, for participating and coming out. Appreciate it.